Hi everyone and welcome to round 16 of the Valhalla Gamer Formula 1 2013 season, coming to you not live from the New Delhi circuit in India. So qualifying was a very close affair, wasn't it?
It was fairly close.
We had a front row lockout from the Toro Rosso team. Megatron came in first with a 127, only 2/10 behind him, Maurizio.
Jay's barely behind Maurizio, a couple of hundredths of a second or something behind Maurizio.
Cigarette paper.
And then Goofball Antics, Heathy, just behind him as well. And,
yeah, a little bit further back, but nonetheless put in a good performance, did he not? Mono Man in the Williams, 5th place. Alistair, a couple tenths back in 6th place.
Madbird, the first one out of the 127 zone, so that's a little bit disappointing. But then we had behind me Xerus, who...
Well, Xerus actually, he did qualify in 8th place, but he got a 20 position penalty, which would effectively put him in 28th, but there aren't that many grid slots, so it was Frag who was promoted to 8th spot, with 131 flat almost.
And then newcomer Hardy.
In the other Mercedes, yes.
In the other Mercedes.
And that concludes the qualifying report.
Yes.
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 Yes. Are we ready for the race?
I think we're ready for the. Are you ready for the race?
I'm excited.
Are you excited?
It's going to be
exciting.
exciting.
It's going to be exciting.
Oh.
Right. Here we go.
Well, here we are on the grid. We're just waiting for the lights, are we not?
We are indeed. We've got Madbird here. He's glancing behind him to look at Hardy.
Yep.
Right up his ass already.
Absolutely. We've got the lights coming on.
4, 5 lights.
And away we go.
It's
Clean start so far by everyone. It looks like Madbird's got through in front of Mono. Alistair's just coming through. He's on the grass, just touching.
On the grass, yeah.
Very close. A little bit of contact there.
Oh.
It's like Maurizio spelled out.
Oh, that was fast. That was very unfortunate for the Italian.
That was very unfortunate. Might have been a bit of a touch from Heathy there. Liam's got his hand. Man, he got his hand up in the air.
Basically drifted around that corner.
There's all sorts of carnage going on behind. Alistair, in the meantime, has moved himself up to 2nd anonymously, and Maddie through to 4th. So both the runners we're looking at,
yes, indeed, anonymously,
improving on their grid.
You moved up into 2nd anonymously.
Yes, because no one else was paying attention.
Ah, okay.
They were busy having their own accidents as Madbird chases Goofball.
Yes.
Alistair, has to be said, close to Megatron for first position.
Yeah, he's catching
a little bit of dust on Megatron and. Whoop.
Oh,
gone a little bit wide there.
Oh, goodness me.
Lost a lot of time there to Megatron, so a bit of breathing space now for Megatron to breathe down.
Breathe down, exactly.
And we're
so happy to hear you bring back my great lines.
Well, I just think that, you know, when a great line gets said, it needs to be re-said. A little bit of news coming in, Maurizio lost his front wing in that first corner incident.
Incredibly unlucky there.
Well,
times like this, I wish I was a fat man, Alistair.
What? Why would?
Because then you would grip to the surface better coming over that hill.
Oh, I see. But your acceleration would suffer probably.
It would suffer, yes. You raise a good point. Maybe I have not thought this through 100%.
Well,
That's why I'm the colour commentator and you're the facts man, Alistair.
I do try to produce facts. Alistair looks like he's just gradually, he's set a fastest lap there, he's gradually reeling Megatron in this first stint on options.
I know, I'm joking.
Xerus is joking.
Just in case you were wondering.
Yeah, I don't know what he was joking about, but good to know that, you know, in his first official race in Valhalla Gamer, that he's got a light-hearted nature about him. He does. Yeah, he's carefree like a dandelion in the wind.
Carefree like a dandelion in the wind. Heard it here first. Alistair's appraisal of new racer Xerus.
Yeah, right. Looks like Madbird's just losing touch with Heathy a bit.
It's constant problem that I have is I don't touch Heathy nearly enough.
And now I don't remember what talking was start about.
It's a difficult track. Oh.
Whoa! That was a terrible line.
Madbird's gone incredibly wide, but luckily Mono has followed him, but still has managed to get right up his chuff.
He's coming through with DRS. It looks like he might have him on this straight. They're side by side. It's a drag race. Looks like he's got the inside line into the next corner. It's a waiting game. It's taking forever to get to that next corner, and it looks like Mono will have the inside. No, he's not. He's had to yield the place on those tyres, it looks. He's closer than he's ever been to Megatron at this point, so I believe he'll have DRS here.
He should do.
Although Megatron is quite a few car lengths ahead.
The detection point is an odd one for that DRS zone because it's going into the previous corner.
Enormous closing
Oh my
speed there,
goodness.
and he's gone through it.
He is blistered past him with the speed of the sun.
Our son's fast.
The suns are fast,
He's
Alistair.
got the position done. That was you know, it was like you said, the speed of a sun. Don't really understand.
Mono has.
Oh my goodness!
Mono has taken the inside line.
He has indeed.
Shunted Madbird to the side with nary a care in the world.
And he's got that position done.
taking
Nary a
the
care
fourth
in the
position
world
for himself.
indeed. But it looks like he's coming into the pits, so he'll probably yield the lead should Megatron choose to stay out, and he has stayed out.
Awful pit entrance on this race.
And Mono's gone into the pits as well, so that's opened the track up for Madbird, who's coming through the main straight now as Alistair gets released from his pit box. No one else in the pits, so no danger of an unsafe release there.
Indeed.
Madbird 6/10 down on his previous lap time. Meanwhile, Alistair set a purple sector.
Oh god. Madbird, yeah, not having a good time with the distractions in TeamSpeak, I don't think.
And Alistair's closing the gap here on the fresh prime tyres. Meanwhile, very worn options on Madbird's tyres. It's very difficult to commentate over this because there's all sorts of shenanigans going on in TeamSpeak.
Many shenanigans.
But another purple sector from Alistair, and Madbird is visibly closer than he was in the last few corners, coming through the second last turn, and you'd have to think that Madbird's going into the pits at this point.
You would assume that Madbird is going to go into the pits, and by that
There he
line,
goes.
it's certainly. Oh my goodness me!
Oh, he's gone way deep.
That was incredibly deep on that.
Lucky not to lose his wing. Alistair's got DRS from that, so that's certainly worked well for him.
But Madbird has probably lost about what 4 seconds or so,
If not more.
if not more. Being
He
stuck in the
He
wall.
had to chuck it into reverse. Here he is now, getting rid of that. Bet he's happy to see the back of those primes.
I bet
options
he is.
rather,
Yes.
and brand new primes go on. Mono Man sets the fastest lap of the race.
What is a commentary team without some bullshit, Alistair? To be honest.
Well, you know, yes. It's not a game of chess, this.
No, it is not a game of chess. It is a game of checkers, as we all know. Formula 1.
King me.
I will king you until you scream for more, Alistair.
Oh dear. We're getting some reports in that Heathy lost a fuckload of time
On some tyres.
So Hardy pulls off to the right, and lets Alistair through.
I think that is a
comment
man
check box,
nearby using a belt sander for something.
Oh yeah, he's not sitting on the toilet having just had a curry.
No.
But it seems to have ceased now, so we're in good spirits.
We are in good spirits.
Alistair's going into the pits for his second stop on lap
Oh,
15.
bit all over the line there, Alistair.
Yeah, much better than Madbird's.
It's true.
Very
I don't think I
previous
can be talking, to be
prior
honest.
to the pit stop, so here he is. Off come those old options.
I want some new primes.
Oh, sorry, off with the old primes. Every single time Alistair's pitted, I've incorrectly informed you of what tyres he's. So he's taken off old primes and put on new primes. So that's rare for a three-stopper to use primes twice.
Usually you would go, you'd start off on your options, go prime, then option, wouldn't you not?
I think that's what he meant to do, but there was a little bit of a miscommunication between the pit crew. Mum gave me an onion yesterday.
Oh my
It was
goodness.
about this big. It was very huge. And it looks like he's losing time, hand over fist.
Yes,
on these
possibly a mistake to stay
He might
out from what I
have, and you can see just ahead he's gone
bit
off.
of dust.
Bit of dust kicked up, so perhaps it would have suited him to pit earlier instead of. But at this point, he might as well just continue on with the strategy he's on,
Might as well.
because he's lost all that time. He's within probably next time they come around on DRS, he's gone wide ahead.
Oh,
Alistair's ready to pounce here.
Alistair is right up his chuff.
He'll certainly be within DRS zone. So Alistair's got gained a pit stop in that whole exchange by getting those new tyres, and he's on the inside. Is Mono going into the pits? I don't know. Looks like he has.
Yes, Mono has peeled off into the pits.
So once again, Alistair gets DRS from a car that was peeling off into the pits. So it's all going his way at this stage.
It is. It's doing very well.
It's
for
all
Alistair.
cherries and oranges.
All cherries and oranges. Is that particularly good to have cherries and oranges?
I think there's a lot of vitamin C in oranges, and cherries tend to be something that a lot of people are partial to,
Oh, fair enough.
and so, you know, it's often referred to as being a good thing, I suppose.
I think we just missed Jay's coming down the start-finish straight. He
Oh no!
coming down the start-finish straight. Jay's
What happened?
spazzed out somewhat and jerked back and forth across the track.
Well, he's still behind, just as Alistair.
He is keeping up with Madbird, must be
Catching
said.
up with Goofball. Goofball goes off the track. Heathy, Goofball. Well, they're both referred to the same person, so this is going to be very interesting. As how long since Heathy's pitted? I wonder how.
I believe Heathy's first pit was.
Alistair's off the track there.
I'm not sure actually.
So,
Heathy managing to maintain the gap.
Oh!
Oh, little bit of oversteer. Just held it in there.
so he will have lost a little bit of time there, but I still reckon he'll be in DRS territory here, and
Should
probably
be.
got a good chance to overtake at this point. They're both running the same engine here. McLaren and Force India both run the Mercedes engine.
Oh, is
so
that right?
shouldn't have too much of a straight line speed advantage, but he's got the DRS, which will be the difference. And now,
Whoa.
all sorts of things going on. Heathy's glitching back and forward. Alistair's got the inside line, and it looks like he should have that one. And
Jays has had
Heathy
Madbird
wins the place.
over on the other
He
screen.
does. We've completely missed that. I apologise, but he's got DRS, and he's ahead with a long time to go in this straight. And that's the power of the Red Bull.
It is.
But I'll chat to my union member about that later as Alistair chases Megatron down on lap 19, soon to be 20
Coming into the start-finish straight.
of this race.
Yes. Soon to be exactly 2/3 of the way there.
Yes.
In fact, already 2/3 of the way there.
So that's Alistair's fastest lap of the race. It went 1:29.9, so that's the first time he's dipped into the below the 1:30. So interesting to see what happens.
Whoa!
What's
What was
happening.
that?
Madbird came around that corner as Mono took it incredibly wide
So
and just avoided a major collision there, I think.
he overtook Mono there.
He has overtaken Mono. I don't think... I'm not actually sure what happened there.
Very wide there from
Mono has
Madbird.
taken it back though,
Mono's
yes.
got it back, so this is a yo-yoing position. Alistair very close on Megatron there. He had the inside. He didn't quite have the legs there, but he certainly had DRS in that last straight. I don't know where to look, Madbird. I don't know where to look because there's
No,
everywhere
it's stuff
left,
going
right,
on
and-
everywhere.
Yes, it's like you know, if you walk into a bathroom where a cockfight's taking place, you would not know where to look first.
You would not know. There's a lot of stuff going on in a
Dirt!
bathroom fight. Bit of dirt there on Madbird's screen, but
So 2 cars ahead. It's Mono and it's
Jays.
Jay up ahead.
Whoa!
So, and he's
Actually,
on the
no,
inside.
That would have been Hardy, I believe. It's just been lapped there by Madbird.
And Megatron's peeled off into the pits, so that's allowed Alistair through into the lead without having to make a pass on track.
Indeed. And the Madbird possibly thinking of pitting this lap.
Well,
Indeed, his pit crew is telling him to, but
he's ignored the
he
instructions.
has ignored the instructions from the pit crew. He really wants those options to last.
So he's squeezing another lap out of those primes. So, lap 22. Will Alistair come in on this lap?
Will he? I don't know, Alistair. Will he come in on this lap? I think he will.
He could probably get to the end on options quite comfortably at this point, so I would bet that he's going to peel off into the pits.
Indeed, there we go.
And look at that. He is coming into the pits. I would suggest that perhaps Madbird are coming into the pits on this lap as well.
I would hope so. Looking at his current turning performance, he is not really going around those corners as smoothly as he'd like to be.
New options this time. He gets rid of those primes. And Megatron is just coming down this main straight here. So close. He's in the mirrors, monstering from behind. And Alistair's come out into the lead. So he managed to make the gap he needed to come out in the lead.
Just Megatron is right behind him.
He'll have DRS as
Madbird
Madbird comes
has,
into the pits.
yes, slid in for some new
Look
options.
at those old primes.
I've got a question for you, Alistair.
Yes?
Is it a technological limitation or is it a rule limitation that the F1 races only have 7 gears?
It's probably these kinds of things are in the rules. I think in this 2014 season they've got 8 gears, but I'll
Oh my goodness.
have to check up on that.
That will be very exciting.
7 gears is a lot.
It is a lot.
I don't-
My car only has 5.
I mean, if you look, we're just looking at Madbird's steering wheel there. We've got so many buttons there.
I'm gonna actually count
There's
the
a light
buttons. Give
blue
me a
one,
second
there's
here.
a purple one, there's a yellow one, there's all sorts of dials and switches and all sorts of stuff. Madbird's
There's at
currently
least
counting along.
14 buttons there and a couple of dials to boot. So
My point being that you know, the drivers aren't fumbling around in the cockpit for something to do, twiddling their thumbs thinking, oh, when am I going to need to change gear again? They don't have an iPod control button either.
They haven't got a bottle opener somewhere on the steering wheel, so they can crack open a cold one as they go.
A Heineken. The other thing about that is that they would have difficulty getting it in them because they've got closed face helmets.
That is true. They could possibly have a what do you call those things that are like they've got the things on the side and then they've got straws that go down and in.
Oh yes.
You could have one of those where you just put the bottle in upside down and it just flows down into the straw and you could just suck it up through his helmet.
I don't know what those are called, but I'm going to call them Thirsty Dursty.
4 laps to go.
4 laps indeed.
Foam dome.
Foam Dome! 4
laps to go. 4 and a bit laps.
They're not called Thirsty Dursties after all.
3 and a bit laps for Alistair.
You're actually talking about the race.
Alistair has actually increased his gap to Megatron, which is a fantastic result for him.
It is fantastic result for him. So he's being lapped at this point. He pulls over onto the grass.
Aggressively pulls over, but I guess he's keen to get out of the way.
Yeah, so 21 seconds between Jays and Matty, so it doesn't seem like 3 laps is enough time to haul in that.
If Jays were to crash into a wall and destroy his vehicle, Madbird could possibly take 5th position, but you feel like a bit of an arsehole hoping for that to happen though.
A dinosaur?
So Mono has actually had a incident and has dropped quite a bit.
So yeah, so he's lost a position to Jay there.
Madbird, Liam, me, I have put myself into rich fuel mixture and I am racing to try and catch up to Mono because I know he is on incredibly old tyres.
The gap at the front stabilised, 4.8 seconds.
Alistair maintaining that 4 to 5 second gap between himself and Megatron, which is very good for him, very encouraging. And Alistair's coming around the not the final corner, the penultimate corner.
He's got a 5.2 second gap, he can just savour it at this point. First victory for Alistair in Valhalla Gamer, so a hard-fought victory.
Crosses the line, well done.
He made the he made the 3-stop he made the 3-stop strategy work, and congratulations.
Good, yes, indeed, congratulations to Alistair.
The gap between Matty and Mono is decreased by half what it was a lap ago, so 5 seconds. But just not enough time left in his race. Mono's coming around the final corner just now.
And Madbird has just run out of petrol.
And so that's
he's going to lurch and his way across the line. And Madbird takes 6th position.
That's the end of that race. So, you know, if that race was 1 lap longer, and assuming Madbird had a little bit more fuel in his car, that 5th place would have been his. But as we said before, a good race for Alistair. First victory in Valhalla Gamer. Megatron with a solid podium. Definitely gave him a run for his money. Goofball returns to the podium in 3rd place. Well, returns to the podium. Remains on the podium from his previous race in Suzuka where he came 2nd.
Indeed.
Where are we off to next week?
We are off to Abu Dhabi.
Abu
Dhabi circuit. Where is Abu Dhabi? It is in the United Arab Emirates, is it not?
Yes, the Yas Marina circuit in the United Arab Emirates. Try and say that 10 times. We'll see you there.
We'll see you there.
I know.
I know.
What the fuck?
Are you using a controller or what?
Yeah, I am. I can't look, Mum.
Mom, I can't look.
I can't look. She's got her right out.
I can't look, Mum. Look, Mum, no in.
What? What am I looking
They're all laughing at me now.
Why am I laughing at
You can't stop laughing at
Can I see you?
I'm playing
Yes.
Oh,
Alistair, don't push me. I'm about to go into the pits.
shot.
Yes, please, a bit later.
I know my tires are fucked.
No, I can't shot now, Mum.
Oh, shit. Oh God!
Jesus.
Thank you for not holding me up.
Can't look down, Mum.